Chick-fil-A sweet tea, or even McDonald's sweet tea for that matter, is one of the greatest changes to happen to fast food for as long as I can remember. But we like to keep at least a gallon or so of sweet tea in our refrigerator pretty much all the time. So if you are looking for a super simple and easy way to make your own homemade sweet tea, you've come to the right place. So stick around, as Just a Common Man answers some very common questions. So I mentioned the Chick-fil-A sweet tea and McDonald's sweet tea. I gotta be honest with you, where we live here in Back Creek Valley, it's kind of been known for a long time that we have the best sweet tea out of anywhere. Might get some arguments over that. I'll still hold true to the fact that I think the best you'll find is here in Back Creek Valley. So years ago, when I still lived at home with Mom and Dad, Mom wanted to figure out a way that I could make sweet tea because I was always drinking up everything that was in the house. So she figured out how to make it in a coffee maker. When we got married, my wife and I, this was actually, not maybe this exact one, was a wedding gift that my mom gave to us so that I could make sweet tea here at our house. It's super easy. We're going to show you what we do. So this is just a standard 4-cup coffee maker, and we use the large family size tea bags. We do decaf here, it doesn't matter if you want to do the caffeinated, but the family size tea bags. And so for this, we use 4 of them. If you don't have the family size, you've got the smaller ones. I have in some cases had those. I just double it up and do 8 of those. But for all intents and purposes, 4 family size tea bags. And you basically do this just like you're brewing a pot of coffee. You don't need to put a coffee filter in because the tea bags are in the bags already. So we're just going to drop them in the basket and close it up. And then I've already got the pot filled with water up to the metal band. We're just going to pour that in the back. Again, this is just like you're brewing a pot of coffee. Nothing to it. Slide it in. Turn it on. This will let your tea brew. You don't have to sit here and watch it boiling on a stove or setting it out in the sun, whatever it is, the way that you've been making it all these years. Start it, let it go, and then we'll pick it back up once the tea is brewed and we're ready to make our own sweet tea. Okay, so our tea has finished brewing. We're going to go ahead and get it all mixed up here. I like to put my sugar in before I pour the hot tea in, so that's what we're going to show you here what we do. We've just got a standard 1-gallon sweet tea container. So we'll take the lid out and go ahead and put it down in the sink. For our sugar, you can see here we've got a 1/4 cup measuring container here. We're going to end up putting 5 of these scoops in, so we're going to do 1.25 cups of sugar for 1 gallon of sweet tea, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 on the sugar, and now we'll go ahead and dump in our hot tea. I've just found that I think, and I could be wrong, but I think doing it this way helps dissolve that sugar just a little bit better. Sometimes you can get a different taste depending on if you let your tea sit, if you let it cool off. Different things will give you just a little bit of a different taste in here. This is pretty much how I do it all the time. The sugar's in, the hot tea is in, and now we're just going to slowly add cold water to it. And I go ahead and mix it up as the water's pouring in, and I like to just stir back and forth to get all of that sugar mixed up and dissolved in that gallon of sweet tea. So we're about halfway there. The sugar should be pretty well dissolved, so I'll go ahead and turn the water up. And I just keep stirring it the entire time until we get it all the way filled up. Well, that's all there is to it. Follow those simple steps and you can have your own Back Creek Valley sweet tea to drink at your house. So hopefully you learned something. Please shoot us a comment if you like our videos. Give us some ideas. As just a common man, answer some very common questions.
Here you go.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed and maybe even learned a little something. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. And if you have a question about something, make sure to leave us a comment down below. We'll see if this common man can answer your very common question.
Here you go.